Mike, I got to bring up Penn State and the sanction reduction. NCAA, I thought last year, harshly penalized them here. Really, and
nonsensically, in my view.
One of the things I was hoping might get reduced was the scholarship ramifications here, and that's what happened.
Yes.
They're going to get some scholarships back. Can you fill in our viewers about that?
Well, they're going to get 5 more than they originally thought in each of the next couple of years, and then that will add up to being at 85 scholarships on the roster a year quicker than effectively. It's almost like a 2-year thing the way this plays out. It is. I think it's a pretty big deal. I mean, I wrote a bunch of stuff about this in Sunday's paper, for which I talked to some recruiting analysts, and they were of the opinion this is really a game changer. Penn State has done better than they thought, and anybody thought they would do in recruiting with these sanctions fully in place. It's only going to get better.
You know, I think before they were maybe able to bring maybe 1 or 2 more guys in. Well, now there's a couple of linebackers that maybe even verbally committed somewhere else. They may come.
Yep.
There's a couple of offensive linemen that they didn't have a chance to get before. They're just out of scholarships.
Yep.
Now those guys become accessible. Makes a big difference with the depth for years to come. And I think
absolutely.
It's a huge thing.
Absolutely. A couple things that have been pointed out to me by some of these recruiting guys. Number one, at the end of the college season, when coaches start to get fired, you know, you might see some guys reopen their recruiting. Another thing is 2015, the high school class of 2015, the kids that are juniors in high school right now, it's going to be a very good group for linemen, for big guys in the areas where Penn State traditionally does very, very well in recruiting. Maryland, Virginia, and to some extent Pennsylvania. So 2015 is now a great opportunity to restock in the trenches for years to come.
I just wonder how much O'Brien knew something ahead of time before this came out, because he had added some scholarships. Even our local, the Warwick graduate, Darren Thompson, gets the scholarships, and that put him over their limit of 65 up to about 71. Did he know something's in the works? We may never know that.
Well, we may never know that. And, the 2014 class is much more built for speed. It's small guys. It's, 8 of the 12 commitments they have right now are guys who are under 200 pounds. These are, guys that they thought could maybe play multi-position, help them on special teams. That was by design. Now, 2015 can be by design to beef up and get bigger and stronger.
Sure.
Yeah.
You just came for the press conference. Any news before we go into the Indiana game here, injury front?
Mike Hall, the linebacker, who is one of Penn State's best players when he's healthy, is healthy according to O'Brien. He's a full participation in practice, will play on Saturday at Indiana. He has had the nagging knee thing since the Syracuse game. He got it kind of cut blocked in the Syracuse game, and that's it. On the other hand, Ryan Kaiser, the safety, who I thought had a great game in their last game against Kent State, he's out. He's hurt and out, and he is also their holder for the kicker. Now, the good news there is the second string holder is Alex Butterworth, the punter, and he holds for Sam Ficken all the time while Kaiser's playing defense in practice. So he actually probably holds for Ficken just as much as Kaiser does. So I don't know if that's going to be a big deal or not, but Kaiser's been playing well, and that he will be missed to some extent.
So a lot of what they could do strategy-wise by getting Hall back gets nullified by losing Kaiser?
I think that's right, yeah, especially in terms of the way you can move people around on defense, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Indiana. What can we expect to see from them?
They have a very well-designed passing game. They play fast. They throw the ball to they have 3 good receivers and a tight end, and they throw to the running backs a lot. They're going to. This is going to be one of the first game where Penn State is really going to have to think about tempo in this fast break era of football. Maybe with the lack of depth and everything else, maybe you want to slow the game down a little bit.
Interesting.
If you're Bill O'Brien, or tweak that tempo, and that's something that he's aware of and conscious of. I think he agrees with me about that. We've got to tweak the tempo a little bit. It's not an automatic. People think Indiana is nothing in football. They can score. This might be one of those games where whoever has the ball last wins.
Things to watch.